when it comes to the rate side of things and looking at the kind of business, there's definitely an expectation, and hopefully even from the investor side, for their investment to continue growing. Yes. So are you looking at rent escalations, that kind of thing, so that at least there's continuous growth on the investments?
Yes, so these are all commercial leases.
Yeah.
And within the commercial leases, we have an inbuilt escalation of 3.5% per annum.
Okay.
And so definitely with that, you will see the yield increase as we continue.
I want to talk about the dividend side of things, and I wanted to ask you how frequently will the REIT seek to be distributing these dividends, and what is the payout policy like?
So we will be distributing it twice a year.
Twice a year.
As I mentioned, and the payout policy is 95%.
95%.
Yes.
Okay. I think in the earlier conversation you talk about retaining some of your funds that you get. I think it's a stabilization fund or so.
Yes.
Would you like to speak more about that?
So what we've done as a business is that, and as the promoter, is that we've looked at a stabilization fund to make this a more robust REIT.
Yeah.
We took that up after inquiries from different stakeholders as to how we could be able to support this. So this we've done. When you read the prospectus, it shows that it's there, so that this will make this a more fluid, liquid instrument on the market.
Okay.
We also have a market money maker, which will be run by AIB Access.
Brenda, one of the unique features of this particular REIT is the presence of a stabilization fund, which is meant to support its price once it's listed at the exchange.
Yes.
Could you expound more on this?
Yes, so as the promoter, we have come in to support the REIT, and the stabilization fund will be in effect to support liquidity once the REIT is trading.
Yeah.
We did this because different stakeholders queried and asked if there could be some support to make this a more vibrant instrument and also to make it successful. So as the promoter, we've come in with that. We have AIB Access as a partner as well, as a market maker. So this is to provide some liquidity support if it is needed for this particular REIT. So investors should feel very secure when they come and invest in our REIT, that all the mechanics have been put in place to make it successful. And it will be vibrant, it will be tradable, it will be trading, etc.
Okay. Something unique about your management costs as well. One of the lowest in all the REITs at the exchange. I think it was a 0.47%. First of all, that's great. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
But how have you been able to achieve this as well?
So again, as the promoter, we've been able to lock in all our partners over at least a minimum of a 2-year period on certain expenses. Also, as the promoter, we have absorbed quite a few of the expenses. And the reason we did this is also to ensure that this REIT will be successful. So yes, you've seen that many of these management expenses are quite low, they're contained because we've absorbed them. So when you look at the prospectus, you can see it, you will actually see that the agreements are signed and sealed, so that once one invests in the REIT, you're not going to invest and then see management expenses escalating. That is not something we want to see. So we are there to help to manage this. And as I said, we continue to hold a stake in the REIT. We want it to be successful. So as the promoter, we've absorbed some of this.
Certainly, certainly. As we come to a close of this, one of the key things that we hope or want to hear from your end is what you plan to do with this particular REIT. Do we expect you to add more properties in the future and the likes?
For sure.
Okay.
This is our first asset. And that's how we see it. So our ambition is to have a REIT that's going to grow. And the proceeds from this will go towards our next tower. We already have all the architectural drawings. We've actually gone to the ground. We've started the foundation piling works. So it will be just to continue to grow, to build another facility, to bring in more clients, to allow the clients that we currently have expand because they are expanding, and to offer more into this REIT. So if you're an early investor, this is a great time to be there because you're going to see this REIT expand. That is our vision. That's our ambition.
All right. I'd like to end the conversation by a reminder for persons who are watching, investors who are watching, about the minimum requirements for them to invest. And of course, we can also talk about how do you get started.
So thank you.
Yeah.
The minimum requirements, so the units are $1 per unit. But the minimum that you can invest is $1,000.
All right.
We have different partners that are part of our journey. You can actually just go directly to the TRIFIC website, and there's a link which shows you how you can invest.
Excellent.
If you have a CDSC account directly, you can also go through your broker, your normal broker. We're out there with the NSE. NSE are part of our partners, so the NSE listed brokers.
Right.
You can talk to your broker. If you already have a CDS account, they can help you. We have AIB Access, of course, as the money maker who can also support you. Nabo Capital, who are the REIT manager, can also support you in this. KCB Investment Bank, who are our lead placement agent, can also support you. But you know what? You can also reach directly out to us on the website, and we'll show you how to do this. There are some investor forms to help you on the journey, and we are doing quite a lot of investor education on different social media platforms to actually just show you how you can just go to the links and become part of this story. So we're making it as easy as possible. And actually, if people have any queries or any thoughts, they just need to reach out and we'll show them how to do this.
Wow. I know I said that I had closed, but you know, in Kenya, we have two finals. My final question is, as we are at the Northern Tower building, and this building is green certified.
Green certified.
Absolutely, I love that. So, if a building is green certified, does green certification improve tenancy or retention, pricing? You have the data because you have led in these particular areas. What have you observed?
It's definitely very important.
Yeah.
More and more of our members and our tenants, they look for this. You know, they will ask, is the building green? And we're able to showcase that. But actually our whole zone is green. We're able to showcase that as well. And it's important, I think, also for investors. And that's why we say we've also coming in as a green IREIT, because we fit in all the conditions that the CMA has placed for a green IREIT. So it's important to very many stakeholders. Does it offer a premium on your pricing? I would say it offers a premium on the type of tenant or member that you'll be coming into the ecosystem. And because you get those blue chip tenants, you're going to just have a better value proposition. So it's definitely value added. And I think at the NSC, they also want us to be more green.
Absolutely.
And that's why this is so important. And we definitely fit into that bucket.
Wow. How long do investors have till this closes?
This closes on the 12th of June. So we've already started. We opened last week. So I would say if you're interested to let us know or to put in your application, etc. It's very exciting. And we will list it on the stock exchange hopefully in June.
We shall ring that bell.
We shall ring that bell.
Thank you so much, Brenda, for your time.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely. Thank you once again. So that's the conversation on the TRIFIC USD rate listing. It's ongoing. 12th June is the deadline. You better run and enjoy some dollar money for yourself. I want to appreciate you for your time. And thank you so much. I'll leave you now with the markets.